Then next question, parts of this maxilla. Parts of this maxilla. This is the body. This is the body of the maxilla. This is the body, and processes. And here maxilla with zygomatic bone. This is the zygomatic bone. This portion is the zygomatic. Here this one suture. This is the suture. The suture. This is the joint for the zygomatic bone with maxilla. Okay, and this is the body. This is the process. This is the process. This is the frontal process of the maxilla. Here this is the frontal process of the maxilla, and this is the zygomatic process. This is the alveolar process. And here this is the heart palate. This is the palatine process. Okay, this palatine process. Yeah, and individual bones. Again we see that this is the frontal process. This is the zygomatic process. Zygomatic process articulates with the zygomatic bone. This is the zygomatic process. Okay, this is the joint. With zygomatic bone. This is the frontal process. This is the alveolar process. And in the medial side, this is the palatine process. Okay, parts, very important parts. This is the palatine process forms the hard palate. And body has anterior surface. This is the posterior surface. This is the posterior surface. And this is the orbit. This is the orbital surface. Orbital surface forms the floor of the orbit. And this is and in the medial side, this is the nasal surface. Okay, and this the now anterior surface. One, foramina. This is the infraorbital foramen. Infraorbital transmit the infraorbital vessels and nerve. Infraorbital nerve is the continuation of the maxillary nerve. Okay, maxillary nerve, and this nerve is the functionally this nerve is the sensory. Functionally what type? This nerve is the sensory. Supply the skin of the face. Okay, and infraorbital nerve gives branches, the anterior and middle branch, and then this the supply the alveolar socket and then teeth. Okay, and another surface, posterior surface. This is the posterior surface. Posterior surface forms the anterior boundary in the articulated skull. This is the posterior surface. Okay, this is the posterior surface. This is the infratemporal fossa. Forms the infratemporal fossa, anterior boundary of the infratemporal fossa, and this is the pterygoid plate of the sphenoid bone. This is opening here, the pterygomaxillary fissure. This is the pterygomaxillary fissure, and inside this there is the one fossa, that is the pterygopalatine fossa. Inside this pterygopalatine fossa. Okay, inside this pterygopalatine fossa, and this is the posterior surface of the maxilla. Okay, this is the alveolar. This maxilla, one side maxilla unite with other side forms the upper jaw. This is the upper jaw. Okay, this is the upper jaw. And posterior surface near the center, one or two foramina foramina that pass this foramina transmit the posterior superior alveolar nerve. Posterior superior alveolar nerve is the branch of the maxillary nerve. Okay, and near the lower part is that one tuberosity elevated part, that is tuberosity. This is the maxillary tuberosity. Maxillary tuberosity gives attachment medial pterygoid muscle, superficial fiber of the medial pterygoid muscle. Okay, and here one group, that is one group there that contains the maxillary nerve. Maxillary rests on this part, this group. Okay, then goes to the infraorbital fissure. This is the infraorbital fissure, then infraorbital canal, then and exit through the infraorbital foramen. Okay, then maxillary nerves start from this posterior part. Okay, and this is the posterior surface, and on this is the orbital surface. Orbital plate is the triangular plate. That is the orbital plate. Anterior margin forms the infraorbital margin, and this is the triangular plate, forms the floor of the orbit. Okay, we say this is the floor of the orbit, forms the floor of the, this is the orbit, this is the floor of the orbit, this is the orbital plate or orbital surface of the maxilla, orbital surface. And then another surface, another in anatomical position, this is the, and another surface, this is the medial surface. Medial surface, and one large opening in the center, large opening for the maxillary sinus. Maxillary sinus, this large opening, this is the hiatus. This hiatus, how maxillary hiatus is reduced, the which bones reduce the maxillary hiatus? Lacrimal bone above, lacrimal bone, ethmoid bone, and inferior nasal concha, and palatine bone. Posteriorly palatine bone, above a lacrimal bone, ethmoid bone, and inferiorly inferior nasal concha. These four bones form reduce the hiatus, forms the small opening, and then for the maxillary sinus. Okay, and near the anterior part, this is the anterior part, this is this is the group, this is the group for the nasolacrimal duct. This is the group for the nasolacrimal ducts. Nasolacrimal duct descend down and goes to the inferior meatus, nasolacrimal duct. Okay, this is the group. This in front of the hiatus. This is the group for the nasolacrimal duct. Nasolacrimal duct lies here and descend out and opened into the inferior meatus. Okay, and medial surface below the hiatus, it is here one inferior nasal concha is attached. Concha is bony projection that is attached to the in this part. Okay, below the inferior nasal concha, this depression, that is the inferior meatus, and this is the ethmoidal crest. Posterior part of the ethmoidal crest gives attached the middle nasal concha. Okay, this is the, and below this middle nasal concha, middle meatus. Middle meatus is the depression. Meatus means depression, and concha means projection, bony projection. Okay, these are the medial surface. Okay, and then in inferior nasal concha is the individual bone. Okay, middle nasal concha and superior nasal concha, this is the part of the ethmoid bone. And now processes. This is the frontal process. Frontal process. This is the frontal process. Frontal process articulates with the nasal part of the frontal bone. Nasal part of the frontal bone, and frontal process. That's frontal process. Anterior margin articulates with the nasal bone. Posterior margin articulates with the lacrimal bone. Lacrimal bone. Okay. And external surface of the frontal process, anterior lacrimal crest. Anterior lacrimal crest. Anterior lacrimal crest gives attachment to the palpebral ligament and orbicularis oculi muscle. Okay. And below this frontal process, this part here gives attachment near the orbital surface, where the gives attachment inferior oblique muscle of the eyeball. And now this is the zygomatic process. Zygomatic process. This is the zygomatic process. This portion is the zygomatic process. This articulates with the zygomatic bone. This is the zygomatic bone. This is the zygomatic bone temporal process. This is the zygomatic bone. This is the frontal process. This is the maxillary process. Maxillary process of the zygomatic bone articulates with the zygomatic process of the maxilla. This is the suture. This is the joint. Okay. And another process, that is the alveolar process. Alveolar process contains the socket for the teeth. Here in adult, this is the dental formula is the 2 1 2 3. 2 1 2 3. 2 incisor, 1 canine, 2 premolar and 3 molar. Okay, 2 1 2 3 is a 3 molar. Okay, and and another process is the palatine process. This is the palatine process, horizontal plate. This is the palatine process. Palatine process articulates with the this is the palatine process. Palatine process articulates with the opposite palatine bone, forms the hard palate. This is the hard palate. আমরা যেটা বাংলায় বলি তালু. This is the hard palate. Anterior 3/4 part formed by the palatine process of the maxilla. Posterior 1/3 portion is the formed by the horizontal plate of the palatine bone. Posterior part at horizontal plate of the palatine bone, and anterior 3/4 part is the palatine process of the maxilla. Okay, anterior part palatine process of the maxilla, posterior part palatine horizontal plate of the palatine bone. Posteriorly palatine bone, anteriorly maxillar palatine process forms the hard palate. Hard palate question. From the hard palate, there is the lining of the inferior surface of the hard palate. Inferior surface forms the mouth cavity, roof of the mouth cavity. Okay, this is the non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium. Okay, and then non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium, partly keratinized. Okay, and then superior surface of the hard palate. This is the superior surface of the hard palate. That is the superior surface. This is the superior surface. The concave, smooth and superior surface forms the floor of the nasal cavity. So its lining epithelium is the pseudostratified ciliated columnar epithelium. Okay, and near the posterior part, there is the posterior part, and the on groove for the greater palatine vessels and nerve. Greater palatine vessels nerve is the branch of the pterygopalatine ganglion. This goes to this and then goes to the incisive canal. Along here it goes to the nasal cavity. Okay, this is the incisive canal. Posterior to the incisive teeth. This is the incisive canal. This is the incisive canal. This the greater palatine vessels goes to this canal. Okay, and this is the